Hello everybody and welcome back to another weekly recap. So this week we are actually not receiving a content update, and on top of that, no RuneLite update either. So you know what that means? Well, lots of filler. No, actually we have quite a few stories to talk about today. We have a few new records for the Theater of Blood and the Fight Caves. On top of that, there are quite a few new things related to the community, and we did receive a weekly Q&A, which we're going to go over, as well as a few Reddit suggestions. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Alright, well, let's start off this week with looking at the worst meme of the week, and potentially the month. If jagex does not fuck up in the month, we don't really have much to talk about, and we degrade to these despicably terrible memes. So there was a Reddit user that posted that it took him 256 attempts to beat the Inferno, and as soon as he gets it, later he says that we should remove all non-best in slot capes. So because of this, we have this terrible meme. Please get rid of it. I don't want to see it anymore. Can we please add a twisted bow somewhere or kill a bunch of players for no reason, just so we can move on from this. This week, there was a new Theater of Blood record coming in at 14 minutes and 59 seconds. This is a really insane achievement. A sub 15 minutes Theater of Blood run is by far the best one I've ever seen, posted by Zomimi, so congrats to that team, a very awesome achievement. So this week I was furiously digging through Reddit for anything interesting, because again, no content update, and I found this weird music video. I'm not going to play it because that's not exactly what I wanted to show you. The interesting thing is that jagex actually copyright striked the video, which I've never heard of that happening before. I've never heard of jagex copywriting any channel because they know it's in their best interest not to do that. So this is a little bit worrying. I'd like to hope that this is just a mistake or a one-off occurrence, and I am assuming that the team in charge of their social media probably knows this, so hopefully this is just a one-off occurrence. Otherwise, this would be the largest controversy in quite a while. 1 minute ago, I'm hoping that jagex fucks up so we can get rid of a meme, and now I really hope they don't actually. Take that back. The legend himself, Zezima, actually cannot log in to a RuneScape because of an interesting error. It says, too many login attempts from your address, please wait 5 minutes before trying again. He posted on Twitter saying, just in case anyone was wondering why I don't go on RuneScape anymore, I can't log on anymore. This has been going on for months and it's getting progressively worse. I have to spam click login for about 30 minutes just to make it to the lobby. I can log in on my alt without any issues. I would have to assume it might have to do with the status of his account. I don't know. Hopefully he can log in though. Now there are so many different phishing scams out there, but just recently there has been some posted directly on the promoted Reddit feature. A lot of people hold Reddit in a higher regard to these other websites and might not use as much scrutiny when looking at Reddit posts or ads even. But do watch out because there are actually phishing scams from the Reddit sponsored posts. And let's take a minute to talk about phishing scams actually. Why is it so difficult for YouTube, Facebook, Reddit to actually have someone monitoring the paid ads that go through their platform? I know for YouTube there's only a bot that checks it, and I have to say it's probably more lenient than their bot for detecting copyright, violence, use of minors or whatnot in actual video. Lately, the worst infractions of YouTube's rules has actually been by people buying advertising space, which is kind of hilarious, but really they should have more people monitoring that manually because people are a lot more likely to trust those advertisements because they view them as authorized by YouTube when really they are not. Anyway, they really need to fix that. Facebook as well. Really, they're everywhere and there's not really much people are doing to try to prevent that from happening. Okay, next up here is a post from a user from China saying that they can't actually load or play the game since the previous update, but that's not why I'm here. How have I never noticed these steps at the bottom? I have to imagine those are new. They can't have always been there, and it's really tripping me out. What is going on? They are so noticeably different. I have to imagine that they were added for tablet because I do imagine the dimensions are different, but what the fuck? Now I have mentioned OSRS speedrunning before, but there was actually one completed recently of the Champions Guild speedrun where you go from Tutorial Island until you can enter the Champions Guild. It takes about 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours, and there was another run posted today on YouTube. He actually completed it in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. And last up here is a bit of a discussion point, and that is changing high level weapon requirements to fit their relative strength better. This was posted by Reginator, but it's something that's been mentioned a lot. For example, moving the rapier up to a tier 78 weapon blowpipe up to 78, scythe up to 80, and the twisted bow up to 80 as well. I even think you could probably go further with that, maybe blowpipe 78, rapier 80, scythe 82, or twisted bow 85, something like that, because the twisted bow and scythe are so much stronger than other tier 75 weapons. Now, a lot of people argue that for one, this doesn't really do anything. Is there any inherent issue with having two weapons at the same tier being vastly different strengths? It's more to do with it not making sense logistically, but this is a fantasy game, so I don't think that's a huge problem. Right now, we have an interesting balance between items that are untradeable and are best in slot, stuff like the Firecape, the Barrow's Gloves, Ava's Assembler, stuff like that, and most of the items where you can just straight up buy them. I think an interesting suggestion would be to add in more quest, diary, skill requirements to wearing some of these higher tier weapons. Stuff like the blowpipe, you should always stay the same, just buy it, but I think adding in other requirements could be a good idea. Now for stuff like raids, 2 drops, maybe that wouldn't work, but I think adding in more achievements to achieving the highest tier gear possible beyond just being extremely wealthy is probably healthy for the game. And that is it for community news. So luckily this week we did get a weekly Q&A. Thank God, or what would I even be talking about here? So first up here was just a little bit of information. There's going to be a post for the Song of the Elves reward. There's actually hopefully going to be a blog post today or maybe tomorrow. And then they're going to poll it next week, potentially the week after that. It's all going to depend on the feedback that they get. If people like the rewards, they're going to go ahead and poll them. Otherwise, they're probably going to go back and tweak some more. What are jagex's plan for if warding fails? How much time would there be between the poll and the potential launch of warding if it does pass? If it does fail, we'll keep doing what we do as normal. We'll look for new ideas that players may have and work on things that were announced at RuneFest. If warding does pass its poll, it will be released when it's ready, no exact time frame. We design it, test it, get feedback, design again. All in all, probably longer than a big update, maybe over 4 to 5 months. Can beginner clue scrolls get a reward for a certain completion amount? They said yes, that would be nice. It really just depends on what the players want. Please send in your designs. When can we expect an update on account security that was mentioned in the Big Questions blog back in March? They said, if you recall, we covered a lot of things in that blog. We expect the first blog to come from the player support team in the next couple of weeks. The first one won't be on account security, rather them explaining the service, and the second blog will likely be on account security. Can we get the ability to remove healthy crops from patches? They said in the initial launch of farming, you could actually do that. The trouble was that you could spam plant and remove, kind of like construction, which kind of goes against the theme of farming. So they're not really looking to do that. Can you increase the elite clue drop rate at Hydra to be 1 out of 65 like Vorkath and remove the hard clue drop? They said yes, that seems reasonable. If a player is teleblocked, can NPCs please not be able to teleport you like the Elder Chaos Druid? They said maybe, however it has a pretty significant change to the Abyss, so they'd have to do more research. Can you take a critical look at tier 75 weaponry and change or raise the levels based on the damage output, kind of like the previous suggestion? They said, is the problem with the power balancing of these weapons or the level required to use them? Changing a twisted bow to be something like tier 90 wouldn't change a lot as most people with one already have 90 ranged anyway. Can we get a faster, more click-intensive way of making cannonballs? They said they'd like to do it. We've discussed a few solutions like having a POH furnace or a blast furnace addition. However, they really have to make sure that bots won't be able to do it because cannonballs are already an extremely botted method of making money. Can you publish the working backlog? They said they'd like to do it. They don't see any harm in players seeing and knowing what's on the backlog. They think that Aiza was working at making a public version of the Gyra board, so we might have to check in with him and see where he got on that. What are your thoughts on roaming revenants to allow players to get their revenant items outside of the cave? They said they could do it. They don't mind having a couple that roam, but they want to keep them away from some places, potentially having them on specific worlds or have them appear as an event. What's happening with the Bounty Hunter rework? We have a blog being reviewed internally, hoping to get that out next week. A bunch of ideas and thoughts in there, so hopefully that will have what you're after. Can other spells like the Superheat Item spell be automatically casted like the Plank Make? Since it would be slower, they don't really mind doing that. Once again, a question about Group Iron Man. We are actively having discussions about this. We don't have an ETA yet, as it's a technical project and we don't have the resources currently to support it. The engine team is currently working on recreating RS3's clan system for old school RuneScape. This will give us a foundation for Group Ironman and some other things as well. Would you consider changing the Warhammer's requirement to strength from attack? Generally, it comes down to a position where it's been that way forever. Should we touch it and rebalance it? If we're looking into those core weapons, we could extend that to maces too. where would it end? If we try to rebalance it, it'll always mean that something's better or worse. We're not against making new niches and weapons, but it really need to take a lot of consideration. Anyway guys, that is it for the weekly recap. Hopefully next week we'll actually get some content, because this week we sure as hell did not. I hope you enjoyed anyway. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.